basics, fairly simple. We're just gonna take a look at my physical BL manga collection. Not that big. Perfect for a shorter video, and none of it is in English. Not all of it is in Japanese either. So first up is Kizudarake no Aira Buyu by Psychedelico. I did not buy this. This was actually a gift from a friend who was living in Japan at the time who came back to visit. I have not properly read it still. What is this called? Confession of Love Full of Scratches. I've looked through this twice. It has been several years since I looked through it last. I know I like the art style to a degree, but I just haven't, again, if it's not on my like PTR, then I'm not gonna get to it. I really like, again, obviously the black-haired guy. Type. Shout out to that friend for getting it for me. Monitor Goshi no Joshi Buka by Big R. This is basically a story about this guy with glasses who goes to work at his office job, and this is his finest superior. Such a nerd. Oh my god. And so it basically is just about like their day-to-day reactions in the workplace, and then them getting closer. He ultimately meets this guy's child. I believe he's either divorced or the wife is dead. One of the two. It's always one of the two. They have like sleepovers. I think they go on vacation maybe at one point in volume 2. They're adorable. Just look at them. I love this shit. I got into this actually hilariously over the pandemic. First volume of this was published like week by week or month by month on one of the Pixiv sites. Not Fanbox, not Booth, not the main Pixiv. It was like the Pixiv like commercial work promotional site. I forget what it is. And it was in Japanese, but I was like getting my life every time a new chapter came out because it's so cute. They're hysterical, and the boss is just like absolutely a weakness. But anyway, highly recommend this. Next is by someone who I own several of their doujinshi. This is Mero Ochirimen ha Choro Sugiru by Uji. Uji does a lot of Ryumitsu, and like again, I have not. We will talk. You know what? Let me not even say anything. We will talk about Slam Dunk as the month goes on, because if there's one thing that's Pride related, it's Slam Dunk. This might be their first solo commercial BL. This was, I picked up again because of a pathetic salary man. I didn't particularly care about blue hair over here. I don't know if I could figure out exactly what specifically is going on with this, but basically this salary man over here, I think he's a former model. I could be completely wrong, but this is like his kohai from when he was younger, and so like the kohai is now a hot model, and so working with the company that I think he's working at, and they get into a relationship because he has always loved him. Shocking. Love that shit. I like Uji in general. Was worth trying this. Would definitely try more of their shit, their commercial shit. I don't know if I could own more of their doujinshi, quite honestly. Yasagure Otoko Wakoi ni Mado by Haru Akane. Haru Akane, I really love their works. This is basically about a divorced man. I don't think he's a father, but there's about this divorced man who is now openly gay, who wasn't gay when he was in his marriage to his ex-wife. And I believe it's the ex-wife's younger brother, who is the judo man. This is the old man. This is the younger old man. Ex-brother-in-law. Once removed, has a crush on him, and so they start to enter into but I love Haru Akane's artwork. I actually like to really see this one translated one day, which is how I feel about most things, but a lot of things I also am just kind of like, you know what, I could live without this translated. But I would be very curious about a lot of the context with this, especially because the ex-wife is in the picture. I don't remember if there is a child involved or not, because that is not what I was focused on. I usually am like not also a fan of like younger, older uke, and when it's like a situation like this usually, but this did work for me, probably maybe because I don't know context. Next is basically my Hino Yohei collection, which consists of 3 stories, 4 volumes. One is 2 volumes. Switch Fancy Boy by Hino Yohei. This is basically a cross-dresser story. This boy is like a college boy. This is also a college boy, and so they end up getting involved. I believe this one works at a cafe and cross-dresses at the cafe, so they become involved. Also, one thing to know about Hino Yohei is that she is known for her reversible BL, like very notably so. And so this is reversible, and when I say reversible BL, I mean like they both each other in either both bottom, both top, in essence. So if you're looking for that kind of BL, Hino Yohei is probably going to be your go-to. She's drawn like a variety of stories. She has done both original doujinshi as well as obviously commercial BL manga, so you just have to look for what you're looking for. All kinds of different couple dynamics. Obviously this is cross-dresser, non-cross-dresser, so if that's something you're into. But yeah, this is what the boy looks like when he's not cross-dressing, so yeah. The second one is in German. Kimi no Gin no Ashi by Hino Yohei. This is actually a disabled BL. This guy has a what is the word? Prosthetic leg. This guy is also Canadian, and this guy is Japanese. So I believe it's also interracial, but do not quote me on that, because again, Yo no comprende Nihongo. This one is not reversible from what I remember. Kinpatsu, the blonde guy, I believe is the bottom, and then the black-haired guy is the seme. So if you like taller uke. The last one by Hino Yohei, before we get into the second half of this, Race for Impact. Sugomori no Torimichi by Hino Yohei. This is basically, ooh, it's in the wrong order. There we go. This is what it's supposed to look like. I actually bought these as a 2-volume bundle, and it was brand new, and I love that because it's out of print otherwise. First of all, I absolutely love these covers because like whatever they did with the paint and the coloring and like the material used, absolutely sexy. So it's basically about like a lizard man and like a not lizard man. I believe it's in the Taisho era, and so it's about like their courtship and whatnot. I picked it up entirely for this man because he's fine as It has a bit of monster in it if that's your kind of thing. I thought it was a mermaid because like this kind of looked like scales of like a mermaid, and then I picked it up and it's usually like a full-on lizard man, and there's some level of like supernatural something going on with like how the lizard thing transfers, because I believe, let me not spoil it by the end, I believe this is also reversible. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember if it's reversible or there's like some monster scale going on. Yes, monster scale going on where he enters the with his tail while the other guy is him. Love that shit. So I guess you could say in a way it is still reversible. This is my favorite of the Hino Yohei that I own physically. It's probably, this one is number 1, this is probably number 2, and then Switch Fancy Boy is number 3. Because this was cute, but I also kind of, I don't know, I kind of needed a little bit more. This was great for what it was, even though it wasn't reversible, and I really like reversible BL specifically, but this was just like everything. It's 2 volumes, it deserved 2 volumes. Okay, next section is BL manga by gay men, specifically, openly gay men. Boku ga Oji-san wo Suki Nariu by Draw2, also known as D-Raw2, notable gay mangaka from Japan. The art is probably like indicative enough. I have another one that is like much more indicative, or not indicative, but like you can tell it's his artwork. So this one is actually one of the biggest disappointments that I own, quite frankly. I was like on the fence about this. On Aftermarket, this was like 100 yen. Like I wanna say and it's in decent quality too. First of all, it's several couples. I believe it's 2 couples, but the first couple never has sex, which was f***ing disappointing because this boy is hot as f***. And this guy is attractive too. They are romantically involved, like this is still a BL story, but I was fairly disappointed by the fact they didn't because again, the orange-haired guy is like really hot. This is the second couple. I did not care for them at all, and they actually so it was like I felt like I had been betrayed by this essentially, and so it's arguably the biggest disappointment of the BL manga that I own. Mercifully, it is not the only thing, not the only BL manga specifically that I own by Draw2. This being Osanana Jimi ga Yataru no wo Nozokimi Shichaimashita by Draw2. This is a compilation of his works, splash page of the characters. The main story is about this boy who is on these 2 boys. They're all friends, but he doesn't realize that the 2 of them are around, and so he like ends up in a closet or whatever for whatever reason. I think he's trying to prank them or some shit, but he ends up in the closet, literally, not metaphorically, as he watches them have sex, and so eventually they catch him in the closet, and then all 3 of them have sex. Happy ending for everybody! But it's just a collection of like assorted Draw2 doujinshi from my understanding, so it's kind of a bit of a compilation of those things. Yeah, this is the coworker one. I can't show any of this. So we're gonna get into like a little bit of shop talk, I guess is the word for it. Also, I'm wearing Blockbuster because I'm like, we're talking about physical media. And rest in peace. So I bought this from Sarugia. When I say Sarugia, I do not mean the Japanese Sarugia site, which is where you can buy most secondhand doujinshi and secondhand items, secondhand figures, secondhand acrylic stands, secondhand keychains, secondhand Dakimakura covers, which I actually have done. I know, it seems disgusting, but I do not sleep with them, I display them. So you throw that shit in the wash? It's all good. It's on the wall, nowhere near me. But anyway, there's 2 Sarugia sites that I know of. There's Sarugia, the Japanese site, which you can buy anything and everything you want. And then there's Sarugia.com, which is the international site. The thing about the .com Sarugia, 1, it is not everything that is listed on the main Sarugia site, so you're already limited in that much. 2, it is added like super surcharges on top of it. Well, they do free shipping all the time, so it kind of evens out depending on what you're ordering. Sometimes, a lot of times, it doesn't even out. 3, it is restricted in terms of what it sells. Namely, it doesn't offer any R18 or any restricted or adult items can be sold on Sarugia.com. That being said, I was trying to fill a Sarugia cart because it was a free shipping campaign, I want to say like over a year ago. And so I was morbidly curious to see if there was like any specifically Geikomi artists, if they were selling any of their doujinshi, whether it's like an art book or something like that, that's maybe safe for work available on Sarugia. Because otherwise, if I just wanted all the BL doujinshi as I want in general, I can just go to the regular Tsurugia, Mandarake, wherever. La Shinban, we could go on. This is not a shopping video. Ended up finding this being sold there, which I thought was hysterical because I'm like, there's no way this is not because I looked up what it was. I looked up the Japanese name for it. I'm like, okay, this is definitely BL Manga. How is this available on Tsurugia.com? So I bought it at Tsurugia.com and it shipped to me from Tsurugia.com. Second of Draw 2, Redemption, although I got this one first. Highly recommend it. Next up, by another gay man, Nanakakan Nonke wa Ge ni Mezameru Ka by Tsukumo Go. This is a story. This is actually available on Coolmic, I believe, digitally. I think I recommended this in my last Coolmic sponsored video, but I digress. This is not sponsored. I bought this of my own volition. Also got this one from Tsurugia, which was hilarious because there were other Tsukumo Go manga that were available, and I think those have since been taken down. So again, look for the loophole on Tsurugia.com. I'm just saying, you might find some good shit and might get it for a steal. So this one is basically about a boy. I've talked about this before. And so I definitely want to read the whole thing in English on Coolmic eventually, but I definitely have, obviously I have the whole story here. Fucking enjoy it. Fucking love the art. Love the characters, love the story, the context, everything, but owning it in physical was a miracle. Again, threw it in a Tsurugia cart, just happenstance. I was very curious. I was like, how well guarded is the 18+ section on this site? And so I looked, of course, for someone who is a little more controversial. This is like the least controversial manga he has, or doujinshi, or anything that he has ever made. It's fairly old. It's a little yellowed, but not too much. And again, this is one where I believe they took down the listing after I checked, because I was like curious. I was like, oh, is this like a constant loophole? But no, it turned out that it was the one loophole and I got away with it. We basically have 2 left. Thank God, this is a 32-minute video already. This is part of like a saga of like rabbit holes in shopping that I went through earlier this year that was like insane and like solidified. Someone is like one of my all-time favorite artists of all time, just because they just get me and understand me from like all angles. It's almost like it almost feels like I'm being stalked, except that's not reality. Mashiro-kun wa nani ga nan de are ga kakitai by Takayama Koba. Takayama Koba, who you may recognize as being the mangaka of TL Classic, one of my favorite TL manga of all time, did my biceps on. Listen, Takayama Koba just gets me. She just gets me. I don't know the gender actually, so let me not assume. But because pen names exist for a reason. Not everybody is out and open like Shingeki Nakamura, the other Go, but we'll talk about her more later this month. There's this artist boy and there's this not artist boy, and the not artist boy has like a function when he's trying to with girls and like that. And so they encounter each other at a bathhouse, and like he's like enthralled because this guy is openly gay, and so this guy is like, he's enthralled by how hot he is. He's an artist, so he's like, can I draw you nude or whatever, in various states of. And so ultimately they end up in a courtship, and it's fairly chaotic, and like I really wish this was translated honestly, because the art boy is absolutely hysterical. Clearly a clone of the Did My Biceps on guy. And listen, that means as a perfect bisexual circle, I have this character design both in BL and in TL. Absolutely love this shit. Highly recommend this if you can get it. Cool Mick picked this shit up. You already got her other shit. Usually if a mangaka has done both BL and TL, usually a favorite of mine, because it's just like I'm getting the best of both worlds, again, as a bi boy. So last up, a series we've already talked about during Pride, The Monster of Memory. No Destiny. Destiny is the visual novel version. This is The Monster of Memory. This is Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3, all by Cupa, which is a publisher of BL Manga in Japan. Obviously, this is a series from Taiwan initially. Mei is Taiwanese. It is originally a Taiwanese manhwa. Fun fact, I also own the Taiwanese manhwa, straight from Taiwan. Volume 1, Volume 2, it's the same covers. I own it twice, mostly because I was already trying to buy the art book, as I've shown already this month, from Taiwan last year. And so I was on, what is it called? It's like Kingstone, I think is like a bookstore in Taiwan. I believe also maybe potentially in China. I think also in other parts of the world, other parts of Asia. I was getting the art book and I was like, you know what? I might as well own this as well, because it came with a bonus that I was looking for. And so I ended up getting the bonus with that as well. Same cover, but different coloring. This is the Japanese version. This is the Taiwanese version. There are notable differences, obviously, as well. Obviously, I absolutely love this story. I absolutely love the visual novel. I figured I might as well own the physical of the main core story, where it stems from, which is both the in this case, the manga and the manhwa with the HUA. This is like a little bonus booklet that came with the Japanese version that I bought secondhand, and then this is the bonus I was looking for with the Taiwanese version that involves the two of them swapping bodies, which adds like a whole other dimension to the pairing. And again, I've talked about the Monster of Memory enough this month, so do I really need to talk about it more? I also happen to own the light novel, which is like an alternate story, which I believe is this secret route of the visual novel. But that's like in a precarious place right now, so I'm not gonna bring it out. But just to reiterate, this is the art book called Monster, featuring not only monster artwork from the visual novel and the manhwa, but also some of May's other works over the years. Highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it. It's gorgeous. I love an art book, so absolutely love this. But ultimately, that is my manga collection. How big is yours? Probably bigger than mine. And how much of it is in a language that you can actually read? I can't read it, but I don't need to read it. All I need is the vibe. I will never not reference that clip. If you want to help me to learn how to read, of course, donate to my Patreon or become a channel member. I will not spend that money on any sort of way of learning how to read Japanese. I'm sorry. At least let me be honest about it. If you want to more effectively allocate your money, of course, donate to any of the organizations that are linked in the pinned comment as well. Wrapping up week 1 tomorrow with a list of series that I have titled #I can't believe it's not Yuri. Bye!
Welcome into my queendom. Come one, come all.